Shadow figures, a personal journey into the unknown. Shadow figures have long been a source of mystery and fear, appearing as dark, faceless silhouettes in the corners of our vision or lurking in the periphery of dimly lit rooms. For centuries, cultures around the world have attempted to explain these enigmatic entities, linking them to supernatural beings, spirits, or even interdimensional travelers. My own encounters have only deepened the mystery. In Middle Eastern folklore, they are often linked to jinn, beings of smokeless fire that exist alongside humanity, sometimes benevolent but often mischievous or malevolent. The Native American Choctaw tribe speak of Nalusachito, a shadowy presence that consumes those who let darkness into their hearts. Other Choctaw legends mention Nalusafalaya, described as a long, black being with small eyes and pointed ears, slithering close to the ground. Skeptics argue that shadow figures are linked to sleep paralysis, peripheral vision distortions, or high electromagnetic fields, which can induce feelings of unease. Despite these explanations, many accounts suggest a more complex phenomenon. My first encounter with a shadow figure happened when I was just 7 years old. A childhood friend had come over for a slumber party, and as we peacefully slept, I was jolted awake by an unsettling presence thickening the air. I had experienced paranormal encounters before, so I knew that something was about to happen. A semi-solid darkness unfurled from the fireplace, floating forward with an unearthly grace, as if it had always been waiting. It was tall and faceless. I held my breath as it leaned over, as if studying me, before gliding to the foot of the bed where it waited for a moment, then circled to my friend Amy's side, bending low to observe her as well. Then, just as silently as it had come, the creature drifted backward toward a gaping hole in the floor, a void that had not been there before. Without a sound, the shadow descended into the darkness below, and as swiftly as it had opened, the hole vanished. During the pandemic, I encountered a shadow figure that mimicked someone familiar. Late one night, as I began to boot up my computer, I caught movement in the reflection of the empty screen. A tall, dark figure, identical in height and form to my husband, stepped from his office and crossed the hallway into the bathroom. Something felt off. It was 2 or 3 a.m., my usual working hours, yet this strange stillness filled the house. I called out my husband's name. Silence. He never emerged from the bathroom, nor did he turn on any lights. A creeping unease took hold, so I rose to check the bedroom. The door was closed, and there, undisturbed and sound asleep, was my husband. The figure had copied him perfectly, but it was not him. An illusion? A trick of the light? Or was this an entity attempting deception? This shadow was not merely a fleeting wisp. The form was defined, undeniably human in shape. After moving from California to Oklahoma, I continued seeing shadow figures. They dart from room to room, day or night, often crossing the hallway, vanishing the moment I observe closer. They are there, visibly undeniable. Living in former Choctaw territory, I can't help but wonder, are these manifestations of ancient energies tied to Nalusachito or Falaya? Could it be something completely opposite, perhaps older and darker? Most recently, I encountered something entirely new. As I sat on the couch, the kitchen island lights glowed, and the television flickered in the background. I was scrolling through my phone when a sensation distracted my attention. I glanced toward the hallway where our guest bedroom and bathroom lay. Nothing. But as I turned back, a dark shape manifested just inches from my face. Unlike previous encounters, this figure had a hollow void where an eye should have been. For a fleeting instant, the dark face hovered near, unmoving and watching. Then, as if aware, it faded into nothingness. For those who have encountered them, shadow figures are more than mere illusions. They evoke an instinctual reaction. Something deep within our mind recognizes them as something more. Whether they are supernatural, interdimensional, or creatures yet unknown, questions remain. Why do they watch? And what do they want? Since sharing my experiences, I have received numerous messages from others who have witnessed these enigmatic beings. Many describe encounters similar to my own: black, darting shadows fleeting in their homes and in areas just beyond their line of sight. It's fascinating how often these stories align, reinforcing the mystery that surrounds them. This is an ongoing journey of research and discovery for countless individuals. And yet the shadows remain, silent, unexplained. Thank you for watching Storytime with Paranormal Tendency.